up the Dungeons and Dragons franchise. I don't know much about Eberron, and we'll see how it goes. So I selected Gradius, and we'll do is there anything that yes, yeah, let's try it. Quests and NPCs. Let's see what that's about. Learn how to interact with NPCs and complete quests for rewards. I love this guy's voice.
Welcome, adventurer. In this tutorial, we shall discuss some of the unique gameplay elements found in the single-player campaigns, such as quests, dialogue, and non-player characters. In the single-player campaign, you are on a quest with the Order of the Flame to claim the heart of Sybaris, a massive Dragonshard in the center of the forgotten land of Zendrik. In the process, you will run into a variety of characters who will guide you in your journey and ask you for assistance along the way. These people are called non-player characters, or NPCs. They can often be identified by an exclamation point or speech bubble above their heads, indicating that they wish to speak with you. Travel to the north, and you will come across just such an NPC.
If you're used to playing such games as Starcraft,
The Order will prevail.
this isn't such a big
I believe you are right.
Ah, there he is. The very important man. As you can see, he has a dialogue bubble above his head. That means he wishes to speak with you.
Where is he?
To speak to him, simply right-click on the unit you wish to speak to. Try it now.
I don't see anybody. Oh, he's on the bridge. Okay.
We
To
must
speak
move
to
with
him,
haste.
simply right-click on the unit you wish to speak to. Try it now. What you are seeing now is a dialogue box. The name and portrait at the top indicate the identity of the NPC with whom you are speaking.
So we're
Read
speaking
what
to
he has to
very
say,
important
and
man.
then left-click on the Continue button to hear more.
Lady Marin, there you are. Thank goodness you have arrived. I'm a very important man, you see, and therefore I have some very important things to attend to. I could use your help. I ventured into Kyber, the underworld, through that staircase to the northwest, some very important business, but I was attacked by Minotaur and had to flee. Fleeing is very important.
He does ramble on a bit, doesn't he?
In my haste, however, I dropped some very important documents. Without them, I will be disgraced before my very important peers. You must help me.
At last, as you can see, you have just received 2 quests. A main quest to recover the documents, and a side quest to kill the Minotaur. A main quest is a quest that you must complete in order to finish a given chapter. A side quest, on the other hand, is optional. However, if you complete it, you will be rewarded in a way that will likely help you complete your main quests. When you are finished reading, left-click on the End button.
Go into the depths of Kyber, the underworld, and get my very important documents.
When you are finished reading, left-click on the End
He likes to
button.
repeat himself. Oh, and while you're at it, if you could kill those foul Minotaur, I'll toss in some extra gold. Okay.
To check on the status of the quest you've been given, use the Quest Log panel. To access the Quest Log panel, left-click on the scroll icon at the top of the screen.
Yes.
Try it now. As you can see, you have 1 main quest and 1 side quest. As you complete and gain new quests, this quest log panel will be updated. In addition, if you ever forget what an NPC said to you during a conversation, you can always check the dialogue history. To check the dialogue history, left-click on the dialogue button at the top of the screen. Try it now. Here you can see the history of all of the dialogue you have engaged in during this chapter. By clicking on the NPC's name, you can see every line of dialogue that character has said to you. Use the dialogue history anytime you want to reacquaint yourself with the details of a given quest or conversation. Now, let's head into the underworld and complete your quests. The underworld entrance is located to the northwest. Take Lady Marin into the underworld.
Alright, what's this? Okay, let's go into the underworld. You right
Good
click
choice.
to move, and you left click.
The underworld entrance is located to the northwest. Take Lady Marin into the underworld.
Follow the light.
Oh, this is a way to construct a base. We'll do that some other time.
The order will prevail.
This is just a tutorial on...
The underworld entrance is located to the northwest. Take Lady Marin into the underworld.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the underworld. Oh, is that it? Yeah, okay. Convenient staircase leading to the underworld.
The underworld entrance is located to the northwest. Take Lady Marin into the underworld.
So here we are.
Excellent. Now, head down the passage to find those Minotaur. As you can see, there is a red flag on your mini-map. This indicates a key location for a main quest. Move Lady Marin to where the marker is on your mini-map.
Notice my cursor changes when I press A. That means we can attack anything that moves on our way to the location. And she has a pretty cool ability.
You have received a hint.
Okay. Lady Marin has a special ability entitled Hammer of Justice that will send adversaries flying backwards and deal massive damage. Do not be hesitant. Use this ability to defeat the Minotaur.
Hints are helpful reminders that give you useful tips or information on units, abilities, monsters, and the environment around you. While a hint is displayed, the rest of the game is suspended, so there is no need to worry about Lady Marin dying in combat without you. By default, hints automatically pop up to ensure that you don't miss them. If you would rather they would not, simply click the Disable Pop-Ups box in the lower right of the Hint screen. When you are done reading the hint, simply click on the Hint button on the top of the screen to return to the action.
Alright, the Minotaur does not stand a chance. There's only one of her kind in the game, but she's a champion.
You have successfully slain the Minotaur. If you look at your quest summary, you will see that the first part of the Slay the Minotaur side quest has been completed.
Side quest, slay the Minotaur. How do we know it's done?
Hey. Hey.
Oh, it says return to the very important man. Okay, that means we've done it.
In order to fully complete the quest, you only need to return to the very important man. Before you do, however, you should pick up his documents. They should be resting wherever you killed the Minotaur. Pick them up now by selecting Lady Marin and right-clicking on the documents. As you can see, the documents have been added to your backpack, but in a different column from normal reward items. This is because the very important documents are a specific type of reward item called a quest item. Quest items do not occupy the same space as reward items. As such, you should never hesitate to pick up a quest item. Also note that as soon as you picked up the very important documents, you received a lore journal entry. Your lore journal is where you can view a variety of information about the areas that you explore.
Alright, so we picked up the very important documents. How to succeed as an NPC is never do anything yourself. If it can be avoided, grow accustomed to asking random passersby for even the smallest of favors. Okay. Fine.
This can range from stories recounting the history of Eberron to the contents of books and documents you find along the way. To check your lore journal, click on the book icon at the top of the screen. Try it.
Okay, we've done that. Now what? Alright, now we head back.
To check your lore journal, click on the book icon at the top of the screen. Try it now. As you can see, these are the contents of the very important documents. I suppose they aren't as important as he seemed to suggest. You have almost finished your main quest. You now only need to return to the very important man to complete this chapter. Once again, on your mini-map, you will see that the quest indicator flag has now moved back to the location of the very important man. Move Lady Marin to where the mini-map flag is located.
If you played Starcraft or Warcraft 3, this is a
Well done. Now simply speak to the very important man to complete your quests. Remember, to do so, select Lady Marin, and then right-click on the very important man.
Not necessarily
do so
an
now.
easy game, but a game you'll be accustomed to. My documents, you found them, and you killed those horrible Minotaur. Excellent, that will teach them not to inconvenience someone as important as I am. You have my sincerest thanks. Take this gold as your reward. Sorry I can't stay to chat. I have very important matters to attend to.
As reward for your quests, you have received gold and experience. Not to mention you have made a very important man very happy. Congratulations. You have completed the 6th Dragonshard tutorial. You are now ready to begin the single-player campaign in search of adventure. You have learned all that I have to teach. You have been a fine student, and I have no doubt that you will one day be a legendary commander. But legends are not made in the classroom. Go now, and put your abilities to the test on the field of battle.
We must move with haste.
Best of luck, and return to me if you are ever in need of aid.
Excellent. Alright, let's start the game. Normal is good. I shouldn't have clicked that. Okay, how do we get back to the main? Chapter 1. Entering the Ring. In their quest to claim a legendary Dragonshard known as the Heart of Sybaris, the Order of the Flame arrived at the edge of the Ring of Storms, a mountain range with tempests raging across its towering peaks. The champions of the Order must now meet with the scouting party they send ahead and find a passage into the Ring of Storms. So
Lizard folk.
Yeah. Warning, the Lizard Folk campaign assumes familiarity with basic gameplay systems. Alright. We'll play the Order of the Flame. Let's start this game. of Eberron. The oldest inscriptions speak of 3 legendary dragons that fought at the dawn of time. Dark Kyber struggled with bright Sybaris and shattered her into a billion pieces. Then Eberron emerged and enfolded his brother, trapping Kyber within his coils. Kyber is also the word for the underworld. Whenever you go into a dungeon, that's Kyber. These dragons became the world itself. Kyber is the dark underworld where monsters and demons are born. Eberron is the surface world, home to the civilizations of man, dwarf, and those other creatures that do not fear the sun. Lastly, surrounding the world is the rise of Sybaris, a many-colored belt of crystal shards which periodically rain down from the heavens. These Dragonshards are the cornerstones of magic. They are coveted by all civilized races of the world. We collect those just like we collect gold.
After a long journey by airship, the Order of the Flame arrives at the mysterious continent of Zendrik. They seek the heart of Sybaris, a legendary Dragonshard that lies within a region of the continent known as the Ring of Storms. Protected by terrible tempests and blizzards that blanket the enclosing mountain range, the ring makes the lands within it inaccessible by air. With their only hope being a ground expedition, the Order sent a landing party but a month earlier to establish a foothold at the ring's edge. Now, Lady Marin, Amathor the Seer, Bastion, and Kale are ready to lead these forces and begin their quest for the heart.
We're finally here! The Ring of Storms! Quickly, which way to our base camp?
Not even 5 minutes off the ship and she's ready to go. Milady, the base camp should be just to the north.
I have a strange feeling. Something is not right here. Why is no one here to meet us?
There's only one way to find out.
Agreed. Let's head north.
Those 4 guys were
Choose your champion.
Yeah. Okay, this girl we played in the tutorial. She's got some good abilities. She's the leader of the Order of the Flame. Lady Marin is a righteous flame-touched cleric. She rapidly rose through the ranks, repeatedly proving her prowess in battle and defending the interests of the Church. In her eyes, failing the Church or those who follow her is never an option. And she has these special abilities. This passive ability, increase hit point generation, very good. Increase hit point regeneration for all units on the champion's side. Her combat's the Hammer of Justice, which we saw. She swings it down like the Hulk bashes his fists against the ground and people fall down. And then she has Charge Up, which is a mass heal. Heal all units on Lady Marin's side regardless of their location. She's a very good character.
If there's gold, I'm in.
This guy's a little tougher to play. Kale was once the leader of a highly successful underground guild of thieves. He has since cast off his seedy past in an attempt to better the world as a whole through service to the Order. Old habits die hard, however, and he has yet to fully acquire the trust of his peers. Passive ability, he allows an attack bonus to his allies. Combat, Hail of Blades. He's filled with daggers all over his body. He rapidly unleashes a deadly flurry of daggers, dealing heavy damage to enemies in the targeted area. And his Charge Up, he cheats death. While the ability is active, all units on Kale's side will continue to remain alive and fight for a brief period of time after their hit points reach 0. Not so great.
I've had a vision of our victory.
I guess this is the wizard. And he's a dwarf, so I guess in Eberron dwarfs can be wizards. Amathor is a legendary wizard who serves as the guiding hand of the Order in their quest to Zendrik. After a retreat in solitude to the peaks of a forgotten mountain range, he has honed his senses in the harshest of conditions to grant him uncanny focus even in the heat of battle. Increased energy regeneration to his all units on his side. And this is a great ability, probably the best in the game. The freeze ability The seer covers an area in frost, temporarily freezing enemy units. In time, the ice shatters, inflicting heavy damage. So even while they're frozen, your units can keep attacking, and it seems like a great ability. And then Charge Up is the spell mastery. For a period of time, all units in your army can use their abilities at no cost, regardless of their current location. Like barbarians can rage at no cost, clerics can cast heal at no cost. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like him. I just don't like the way he looks.
I will crush our enemies.
And this is what's known as a Warforged, among the last of a race of deadly sentient war golems. Proving his prowess in combat to the Order of the Flame, Bastion has been enlisted as one of their foremost commanders, demolishing anything that stands in his path. All the champions are tanks, but this one is, I guess, the tankiest. Increased resistance for all his allies. And the Wrecking Ball, this is pretty good. It's just like her hammer. He uses it, it slams people against the ground, dealing moderate damage. Is hers more
The Order
damage?
of the Flame will prevail.
Oh, hers does massive damage, so hers...
I will crush our enemies.
But he does massive knockback to all enemy nearby units. Okay. And his Charge Up is a battle plan. The ability grants all units on Bastion's side additional bonus damage, especially against walls and buildings. Alright, I think we're going to choose
The Order of the Flame will prevail.
because she's hot. No, because her abilities are pretty good. Milady, thank the flame, you've arrived. Our encampment is under siege by bugbears as we speak, and we are in need of your aid. Follow me, and I shall lead you to the battle. Okay.
Only fight when you
Just
must.
like in Starcraft, we'll assign a hotkey, number 1, by selecting them all, and
The order
hitting
will
Control
prevail.
1. We're following this guy here. Alright, let's attack them.
Spread the light.
This is her.
Less talk, more fight!
These truly are dark times.
The flame burns brightly within your heart. At last, our reinforcements have arrived. What does this person have to say? Champions of the flame, thank heavens you're here. We have had nothing but trouble since we've arrived. Shortly after we set up this outpost, a band of Ettins began harassing our camp. We hastily constructed a barricade in the pass to the north to keep them out. So far, it has held them at bay, but who knows how long it will last. Because of the barricade, the only way into the Ring of Storms is through the caverns to the west. But before you brave the caverns, there is a more urgent matter at hand. Bugbears have just recently mined their way into the area and have been attacking our outposts and stealing our gold. Our knights have barely managed to hold them off. Many bugbears still remain at their mine to the east. Please, we must slay them and retrieve our stolen gold so that we may train further reinforcements. The bugbear mine lies to the east. Please hurry and reclaim our gold before they strike again. Alright, main
You
quest.
have received a new objective.
Alright. Yes, So what is the new objective? These are hints. I don't really need hints. What's the Okay, save the outpost, clear the bugbear mine, reclaim the outpost gold, blah blah blah. And it's right there. So we're gonna
The
hit
order
1,
will prevail.
and then we're gonna hit A for attack. Notice how the cursor changes to a bloody sword. We'll take that bloody sword.
They will not
press right
stop
there.
us.
without their gold, the humans will grow weaker and weaker. Blah, blah, blah. They have come, armed for battle, man-flesh. Folks, we will continue this next time. Take care.